Doing another video on PBS game show and what he has to say, even though he doesn't have fucking lenses or in his fucking glasses, so why the fuck even wear them? So yeah, let's start this.
Does the recent GTA 5 controversy prove that we need Anita Sarkeesian's feminism? Actually?
No, we don't.
Yeah, but probably not
Yeah, what a fucking surprise.
for the reasons you think. Unless you were living under a rock last week, you probably noticed that GTA 5 was released. Spoiler alert, it grossed close to $1 billion in a day.
Wow, what a spoiler.
And as expected, reviews were extremely positive. Like most critics, GameSpot editor Carolyn Pettit enjoyed the game immensely, but personally, she found certain elements of the game profoundly misogynistic. Perhaps.
Yeah, and I explained this in another video, which none of the females or males are shown in a good light, and showing something that's in the real world, like strippers and prostitutes, is not fucking misogynistic at all. And just looking at all the males in the game who are killers and just psychopaths doesn't actually makes the males look worse than the females in the game. And if you take a look at the reviews for the which I think Mark Walton did for the current gen PS4 and Xbox One, and they also did PC. They didn't even mention it was misogynistic. It was only Carolyn Pettit who did it. What a fucking surprise, right?
a fair criticism.
No, it's not a fair fucking criticism. And everyone who's played the game would know that.
About making this a three-way.
And some players loved her reviews so much that they had this to say. What does it know about gaming? And American females are the worst. Brainwashed sheep, whoring out to culture smellier than the culture before it. There's even a petition to get her.
Yeah, people wanted her because she didn't do her job. She didn't get fired. She did get fired a year later, though. Might have been because of this, or might have not been. Who knows? But she's gone from the site. And isn't it curious that two guys or two people who were fired from GameSpot, Tom McShay and Carolyn Pettit, are now writers for Anita Sarkeesian on her channel? What a fucking surprise, huh? Seems a little bit curious, huh?
Fired. A surprising response, given that she gave the game a 9 out of 10. And such has
Why the fuck does that matter? What she says was fucking stupid.
become the fate of women who've run afoul of the gamer community. Last year,
Oh yeah, gamer community. Oh my god, like the gamers are dead articles, right?
Canadian vlogger and critic Anita Sarkeesian started a Kickstarter project for her YouTube channel, Feminist Frequency. Her thesis was simple. Video games often relied on sexist tropes for their female characters, such as the damsel in distress. Okay, sure. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
So, maybe it's true or not. And looking at her overwhelming research she did for the series, which she had to get money for, there is no fucking evidence whatsoever which is relevant to games. And recent studies showed that games do not lead to sexism either, or violence. So your argument is fucking invalid. So is Anita's.
But, you know, freedom of speech and all that. And yet,
yeah, she can say whatever she wants. But that doesn't mean I can't criticize her for it, because I have also freedom of speech.
what was the response? Every aspect of her social life was consumed by just
So, okay, shut the fuck up, cunt. Hey there, can you just stop being retarded and bitchy, no?
the worst harassment. People emailed her photos of video game characters sexually assaulting her. Reddit threads were created accusing her of things like wasting Kickstarter money. Someone even created.
Yeah, and you're not gonna address that she actually did, because her video quality didn't improve, and her research is pretty much non-existent for her video series. That's curious. You don't address that. I don't really condone with the whole game will beat up, but I'm not fucking responsible for what some idiot does on the internet.
Did a game where you could beat her up. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like a bit of an overreaction, right? She was making YouTube videos, not committing war crimes. But clearly Anita and Carolyn struck a vein, and the bleeding would not stop. And amidst all
Maybe because she's spewing bullshit.
the controversy, we're left with a single question. Why did this happen in the first place? In the 70s, Polish social psychologist Henry Tajfel.
Also, you're gonna go in psychologic bullshit from the 70s, even though it's 40 years ago, and psychology has been way updated since then, because let's see, with post-traumatic stress or PTSD wasn't even mapped, or and lots of other things with bipolar and stuff like that, which or other psychological issues which people didn't even know about back then.
Coined the term in-group favoritism, meaning we tend to favor people who we believe to be part of our group because those groups give us self-esteem and identity. And what constitutes...
That's kind of ironic because you, sir, are in the SJW group, and that's one of the biggest circle jerks I've ever seen.
Those groups can be pretty loose. Tajfel found that grouping people based on a coin toss was enough for in-group favoritism to arise. But what happens when someone from the outside comes along and tells you that something's wrong with you and your group? What would you do?
Yeah, and what have we done? We've been open to criticism, but valid criticism. What she's done is not valid criticism. It's bullshit, and gamers recognize that and criticize her.
You'd stand up and defend your tribe. Tajfel had a
Tribe, right? So I'm defending all gamers everywhere. Yeah, right.
term for that impulse too. It's called outgroup derogation, and it means that you perceive those outside your group as a threat, and that's
No, if you say, just look at my streams, for example. I've invited anyone to come on with opposing views, and most of them have not come on. It's more the SJWs and feminists who you are a part of, who don't who see everyone outside your one's group as a threat.
exactly what Carolyn and Anita are. A threat. Why?
No, they're fucking not. They're ignorant and basically base all of their stuff on listen and believe bullshit.
Because they're women. And to a
Oh god, because they're okay. I'm so fucking afraid of women being gamers. And who's fucking stopping women playing games?
certain virulent portion of the gaming population, women are never real gamers. They're always.
Always, okay, always. Every man, everywhere, anytime, doesn't consider a woman a gamer. That's a bit of bold fucking claim. And if you've seen on my streams as well, pretty much debunked you just there, asshat.
Outside interlopers, and they need to be shut down. As one Redditor put it, hold on one second, let me put on my Reddit voice.
It would be nice if women/feminists for once fucked off and created their own thing, rather than moving into a men's space and demanding things change to suit them.
So what's wrong with this actually? You're asking if feminists actually can create something instead of just reacting to shit. What's wrong with this? And of course, everything else is irrelevant, right? It's just this you're picking out. And what's wrong? If you don't like something, create something on your own and see if there's a market for it. If there was such a huge market for Gone Home, why the fuck was the console port cancelled? Because nobody gives a fuck about that game. And it also skips over this part, which is also hilarious. After decades of berating it and the men participating in it, yeah, because there have been women as well who have been big gaming for a long ass time, but men have been mostly gaming and are the core gamers, and have been looked down upon just for gaming.
And remember, the men's space is the entirety of games. These people.
No, it's fucking not. Lots of casual gamers are women, and that's pretty much dominated by women. What's
People are working under the pretense that they're defending the true in-group of gamers, but the facts don't support this at all. Not even a little. 45% of all gamers are women. That's right, nearly half. And 46% of the most frequent game purchasers are female. In fact, there's a greater percentage of female gamers over the age of 18 than there are male teenage gamers. And 38%.
And it's the same with male gamers. There are more gamers above the age of 18. What's your fucking point?
Percent of all Xbox users are women. Links to the sources for these stats.
Oh my god. Women play on Xbox. Oh my god.
Stats are down in the description. So clearly women are not on the outside of the gamer circle. They are very much on the inside. And yet a subset is attacking these women to draw a false line around who can and can't wear the gamer badge.
Nobody's fucking saying that. Only fucking idiots. And the messages you've shown, I can't count how many times I got messages about being a fucking faggot or you suck and shit like that. That's kind of funny.
This reminds me of something.
And I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
So here come the politics.
Not to be sensationalist, but if we look at history,
But you are. You are a sensationalist.
the Anita Sarkeesian situation isn't that unique. In fact, it might be a sign that things are about to change for women in games. According to
You just said 46% of fucking women are gamers. What has to change? Oh dear God.
sociologist Neil Smeltzer, all social and political movements need something called an initiating event. There has to
Why does there have to be a political movement within games? It's an art form, not fucking politics. You fucking idiots.
be a spark, something to push the issue out into the forefront. And many times that initiating event is marked to a person. Rosa Parks became the symbol of discrimination during the civil rights era.
Again, what the fuck has this got to do with fucking gaming?
San Francisco City Councilor Harvey Milk helped set the gay rights movement on its course.
Yeah, that's good, but again, what the fuck does this have to do with gaming?
Rachel Carson's book Silent Spring sparked a generation's environmental consciousness. And
Again, what the fuck has this got to do with gaming? You motherfucker.
Gloria Steinem's investigations as a Playboy bunny became required reading for second-wave feminists.
Do I have to repeat myself? I sound like a fucking broken record.
In all of these cases, these folks weren't the first people to highlight or experience real injustice. But what Parks, Milk, Steinem, and now Sarkeesian did...
Oh, so you're gonna put them in the same fucking group because some people are mean on the internet towards a woman and have criticism towards her. You're gonna compare her to fucking Rosa Parks. Good fucking job, man. Good fucking job.
was humanize something very big and made it very small. They gave it a clear voice, a message, and most of all, a face. Injustice is difficult to consider in the abstract.
Where is the if something's illegal, go fucking report it and don't fucking whine about it.
It's just too big. Before feminist frequency, when we talked about sexism in games or in the gaming community, it was difficult to collectively identify who was being harmed. But when
because nobody was being harmed, you fucking idiot. Because games do not lead to sexism, you shithead.
When Anita Sarkeesian publishes a laundry list of horrible things sent to her on Twitter,
Okay, he has got to be the biggest bitch of all time. Okay.
Suddenly we understand what the problem
Hey there, can you just stop? Again, the same tweet. Hey there, can you just stop being retard and bitchy? No? Okay.
is and who is actually suffering. That's why the New York Times, New Statesman, and TED all took notice when Sarkeesian became a target. The issue of sexism in games finally had someone, not an avatar, as its spokesperson. And
no, it's fucking victim and bullshitter number one.
that's what all great social movements need. Attention from
It's not social moving in a hobby. How fucking stupid can you get? Why does there have to be a social and political movement for a hobby which is open to everyone? It doesn't exclude anyone. You just need to have the money, a TV, or money to buy the console, the TV to plug it in, and the electricity to play the games. You don't even need online for most games. What's stopping anyone? I mean anyone from playing games? Take a look at Not Your Shield. Lots of women who play games and don't accept this bullshit.
from the outside world and a voice to help them humanize the problem. In the civil rights movement, the moment that people from around
Alright, so let's compare this to the civil rights movement. That's a bit much, don't you think?
the world could watch peaceful protesters being sprayed with hoses or attacked by dogs was the moment.
Yeah, that's happened to her, right? So she's been beaten and attacked by dogs. Yeah, that's been happening to all the SGWs and feminists so far. Yeah.
Moment when the tide started to turn. Obviously, civil rights is a tad more important than video games, but you
don't fucking say, do you? So why even fucking mention it? You
don't have to agree with Anita's ideas or Carolyn's review to know what's happening to them is wrong. And now people.
So yeah, I agree that harassing them is wrong. But criticism is not harassment. I don't think this person gets that. And take off your fucking glasses, for fuck's sake.
Do. A counter petition was started in support of Carolyn, and because of the controversy, millions of people have watched Anita's videos. Now this.
Oh, and the funny thing is that people are watching less and less her videos and for each video, and so it's been 3 years, and she's not even managed to finish that video series. Good fucking job. That's amazing. So the criticism of her not spending the money right or the actually doing it right was on point, wasn't it, huh?
To be obvious, but Carolyn and Anita are gamers, and they're also women.
Oh, Anita Sarkeesian is a gamer. Shall we disprove that right fucking now? Is not a gamer.
I'm going to show you a remix that I just finished this weekend and no one else has seen. One person has seen it. It's a soundtrack of one song, except I'm doing video games. So it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games. I actually had to learn a lot about video games in the process of making this.
There's too many dicks on the dance floor!
Only contextualized it in a way to critique male domination in our media. And also video games, like I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads, and it's just gross. So hence this is my response to that.
Huh, curious, huh?
Just like 45% of all gamers. So do video games need Anita Sarkeesian's feminism? Yeah, because
no, they fucking don't. You fucking imbecile.
All gamers should be free to talk about games without threat. Not.
Yeah, and they. And who's stopping them? So, yeah.
Just some vocal minority's imaginary definition of who is or isn't a gamer. So, do video games need feminism? Hash it out in the comments. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe.
Oh fuck no, I'm not gonna subscribe to that shit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see if there are any comments, and if not, close down this video. Oh, Morgan of Borg, is this guy support that he can afford lens in his glasses? Guess that's what you get for living in San Fran. Yeah, good one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Leave comments and criticisms or anything in the comments of this video, and see you guys next time. Bye.